Recording. Okay. So yeah. So okay, very important. If there are no questions on the page one, then I will go to page two where I have provided additional resources. One thing that I have started is I have started my own blog, and it is named as one E4 E5. So I hope you understand what exactly, and one E4 E5.blogspot. So I am posting some things. You might want to just read it. I already posted some things there. Then I have given some links for some articles. I also draw upon these resources from Exeter Chess Club. Over the course of this is over the course of next 2.5 months, you can just whoever is interested, you can read these articles, and that will just give you additional things. Plus, I have also given some YouTube videos to look at or playlists to look at. Like I think. Earliest masters is one playlist I myself have created, and then there is one more playlist which is somebody else is putting it, so but I have recommended it here. Notable games from the 19th century. I don't know whether anybody has started looking at it. The earliest masters includes the games by Greco as well as some other masters. I know some of you have seen it when I originally presented the links that time. Anyone else has gone ahead and seen? I think Madhura had seen it. Probably Shachi had seen it. Srushti had seen it. I remember maybe Arin also. Maybe a few more also. But I'm just recalling whatever. So do see this notable games from the 19th century is a series of I think 70 games are there. So it is like even if you watch it one game every day, it will for the entire L2 course it will last you. Okay, and it is about 5, 7, 8 minutes per game. Interesting games. Uh, and then yeah, Scotch Gambit is the opening that we are going to be learning in this class plus one more. So that's why I've given you this link also. Uh, then my own channel, beginner videos from St. Louis Chess Club in US, and then there are some tricks and traps. For that, I have given some 2-3 links to videos, so that also you can see it. Not immediately, not now. I'm just giving all of this over the next 2 months. You can just use this. Okay. All right. Is there any questions? Any other questions anyone has about the course guide or whatever? Okay, Avigna, can you explain the homework once again? Okay, I'm going to put it against everyone. Okay, Avigna, I think yeah. Let me go back and just show you. Yeah, see, you know, I have in fact I had given you one course as some prize also, and then there are other courses that you have got on learn.chessking.com. Are you familiar with this one? You remember the capture pieces one, mate in one? Uh, yes, okay. So there you just have to go and solve these problems, and if you see it, there are problems that are at easy level, medium level, hard level. Let me just go and show you one sense. And so you are just supposed to do so 100 plus at 95% means 100 plus puzzles you should have solved with 95% score. Let me actually not all of them, but see there are in mate in one there are 2100 problems. So whoever does more than 1000, right, I will give him a special prize. Okay, but I all I'm saying is that you should be doing at least 250 of them. Okay, and similarly sorry 300 of them you should be doing it. But you can feel free and do it all of them if you feel like it. And like uh, those who really want to master, right, will take that trouble and they will actually do it all of them. Okay, so it is available to them, they will use it. It is up to how much dedication you have, how much hardworking thing you have. But I'm saying that it is at least do 300 of them. Okay, all right, clear. uh, and mate in 2 is what you should start doing it now. Capture pieces 2, I saw it. I don't think they are fundamentally different from capture pieces 1, but mate in 2 is definitely different because there is a three plies are involved. You make a move, opponent will make a move, then you will make a move. So it is definitely tougher. And then there are some elementary chess tactics 1 that are also of different themes. Some of them are like fork and pin, etc., which we are going to study. So those are the ones that I am expecting 125 over the next 2 months. You will do at least. Okay. No, okay. So Avigna is asking whether if we do all these puzzles, then automatically do we go to the next level? No, it is not that. It is so. Let me just read out what I had said here. See, there will be, yeah, apart from qualification tests, you also need to complete the mandatory uh, assignments and participate in the tournament. So none, just doing one of them is not going to help you, any one of them. If you just play the tournament, even if you win it, that doesn't mean you go to L3. If you just do the all the puzzles, that doesn't mean you go to L3. You have to do a mix of all. Okay, so you have to. There is a test. I have created a test. It is tougher than L1, obviously, and you will have to take that test, clear it. Clearance is like 60% score. You have to get it, and that is the clearance. Plus, you should have participated in both the main tournament, not the practice tournament. Practice tournaments is it's okay when how much you want to play, what is the thing, etc. All of that is okay. But the main two tournaments will be end of June. We will or beginning of July. We will conduct one online Swiss League tournament like the last week what we conducted sample, and end of July or beginning of August we will consider we'll create one more Swiss tournament. The winner of the tournament will definitely get a prize in both of the tournaments. So plus points. So like that, I think it is a mix of all. Okay, not just doing the puzzles. Okay, Sadhna is joining. All right. So any other question? Any other? Any other? So, okay, all right. So, if there are no other queries, if everyone is okay with the L2 course outline, then yeah, then we will go and we will relook at our blunders. Okay, this is the blunders. So, I'm going to close the chat, or I'm just going to keep it here. And we had seen the first three positions in the last. Okay, so let us start with, okay, one more technique I'll say. So when I say that, okay, so this is the position that we are going to watch it now, right? This is the fourth position. See, one way of identifying whether there is a threat or not is playing from the other sides and seeing. So now here, for example, if white is to move, right? This position white is to move. Now, if you are not able to easily identify, just look at it as if, okay, assume that white does not make any move at all. Okay, then it is like one move ahead. Black gets to move it without any counter move from white. Can you identify then what black would do? That will give you the threat. Okay, so sometimes you should just look at the position saying that, okay, if I don't make any move, what is the worst thing that can happen, right? And that is the threat. Generally, that is the threat. So then you have to see. It is like saying asking the opponent if he can make two moves in a row, what he would do, right? So for example, he can give a check and then he can kill the king, right? So obviously that is a threat. So check is also a threat. That just gives you an idea of what is the thing. So now this is the position. So again the protocol starts. You are going to give your ideas to me in a private message, not to everyone. So look at this position carefully. It is a slightly tricky one. You will have to observe it for 1 minute, and it is white to move. Okay, and let us see what is the Amudini, you are playing too fast. Okay, take time. There is a threat in the position, so you are white and there is a threat in the position which you have to realize and then react. Okay, so don't give the answer immediately, think about it. There is one threat, I can tell you, there is one very big threat that white is facing, but can you see it? If black were to move, black would win instantly. Okay, but it is white to move, so let us see whether white is able to find the threat and play against it. So Amudini, try again, and others. Okay, I got one more answer. I got it from Arin. Only thing is that Arin, I would say, with your move, yeah, it is looks okay. Yeah, yeah. I think it is definitely interfering. Okay. Madhura has given me an answer. Alfia has given me an answer. No, Alfia, I think you will have to look at it again. It is not countering the threat. Oh, it is actually. No, Alfia, your move is also okay. Let us see, but I think there are. No, Ahan, I think how can you move the queen to that square? That is dangerous, right? That is under attack. Yeah, who is saying? Lakshmi is saying that it is black bishop and knight are attacking the G, which square? GF square? No, G F2 square. Maybe I think you are saying. Okay, somebody is saying, Lalit is saying knight E3. Okay, so I think see it is like see the trick is not, so there is not like exactly one answer. Okay, but let us see whether I will tell and then you can say fine. Okay, so I think that I've got a lot of answers now. I cannot even read with all of them. So fine. So I think what is the threat? Okay, what is the threat? Threat is, I think many of you have got it right actually, different, I mean interfering, but some of you have not got it. Okay, h3 I don't think so. H3 is it not a blunder? H3 will lead to knight g3 check, and the king and rook are forked by the knight, is it not? Knight f2 is not Avigna is saying knight f2. No, see, no, it is white to move. So what is the threat? Okay, so let me just go it. Okay, if white does not make any move, then what would knight black do? Black will give a knight to g3 check. Okay, threat is this. Threat is knight to g3 check. This is the threat. And can you see that the king will not be able to move because the bishop, if white does not do anything, then bishop is controlling the g1 square. So if white does not do anything, then knight g3 check. The only move for white to now to prevent the, I mean save the king, will be h takes g3, h crosses g3, right? This is what is white will have to do it, but after that it is going to be a checkmate in one move. Correct. Arin said queen h6. Correct. So that is the threat. Okay. So knight g3, h g3, queen h6, checkmate. That is the threat. So let us see if somebody had said, let me see, I think h3 certainly does not. Uh, bishop e2. Bishop e2, which one? No, 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 no. Bishop e2 cannot be played. Bishop is already at d2, white bishop. Bishop e3. Somebody said bishop e3. Yeah, bishop e3 has got a support of the white knight and it interferes with this motif. So there are ways that you can do it, but it's still what happens is bishop e3. I will just say if bishop e3, then I will give the line. Let me give it to everybody. Okay, one dot bishop e3, then knight g3 check. Okay, then 2 dot h cross g3. Okay, then queen h6, check, it is not a mate. But now what has happened is uh, bishop, yeah, after this what happens is Vedanchi joining. After this, now the king has to move to, king will go to g1, and now your bishop at e3 is going to get taken. Okay, and taken in such a way that, yeah, rook f3, no, it is not. King g1, then after that rook takes e3. Okay, somebody is saying f3. Okay, rook takes e3. Okay, so that is going to be the threat. And then if you take knight e3, then fourth one will be knight e3, then again bishop e3 check. Okay, so that is the thing. Okay, hi Vedansh. Okay, Pranav is again joining. Okay, so anyway, so you got this right, I mean how it is. Yeah, all right, good. So this is what is the thing. So shall we go on to the next position? I think so. We will go to the next position. The next position is this. What's the best move? Okay, best move in my opinion, I think it is debatable. I think it is, we'll have to look further, but at least if you can prevent the checkmate, then I think in this position it is okay. Okay, prevent the checkmate or loss of material, then it is okay. One of the moves might have been, uh, I don't know, maybe g3 also is a okay move, because then that makes space for the king to at g2. That is also so. Yeah, so Vedansh, I think you have joined late, so you have missed it, and maybe you missed the last class also. We are, this team is on blunders. So what we are looking at it is, this is the position, and uh, what the thing is that it is a white to move. Here we are showing that it is this symbol means white to move. This symbol is black to move. So in this particular position, what we are seeing is white to move. Uh, does white understand what is the threat, and what is the threat, or what is the opportunity, and can he make the best move? Okay, so let us look at it. Yeah, find a blunder, no, find the best move, find the best move, find the best or a good move. Okay, so this is the position. It need not always be that you are losing something. It might be that you are gaining something, you have the opportunity to gain, but do you realize that, right? Like for example, if you were to get a piece, you could win it, and are you winning it with your next move, or you are letting the other side defend it? Because once he defends it, then you may not have that opportunity, right? So yeah, okay, Amudini is always the fastest finger, so she is giving a move, which happens to be a blunder. Amudini. Okay. Arin has given me a answer. All right. Interesting answer. Amudini, you have to think again. You have to look at the entire board. Okay. And see. Anyone else? Knight to E. Someone is saying knight to E1. Someone is saying, again, I will say, Srushti, look at the entire board. Okay. Bishop takes, someone has said bishop takes d5. Bishop takes d5, rook takes d5. Okay. If black, someone is saying if black bishop proceeds with the fourth, then white will do. Yeah, that is correct. That is correct. Okay. I think Arin has got it right. And Madhura is saying no, you mean c3 and not d3, huh, Madhura? I guess. Okay. Okay. Meeting is going to end in 10 minutes, and we are going to go back to play. But let me see, Madhura. No, d3, no, c3. Or maybe you meant d1. Yeah, 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 maybe you meant d1 Yeah, you can see the knight being threatened, that is correct, but there is also something else being also threatened, so you have to see the entire board. Okay, I'm going to now give the answer. I think, yeah, I think whoever said rook to d1, I think they have got it right. Okay, and the answer is like this. Okay, what is somebody saying? First of all, bishop takes d5, white bishop takes the d5. It is a good exchange. You are certainly not losing with it. Move like knight e5 is an outright other side blunder. Means instead of winning a piece, now you are losing a piece, because black bishop will take this white bishop at b7. So black bishop is actually threatening two things. One is white bishop at b7, as well as the white knight at f3. Okay, so first thing is to realize that, but there is an other technique there. So if you are only thinking about saving yourself or exchanging, then it is only part. But I think the rook d1 move is a beautiful move, because it pins the bishop against the rook which is at there at the back. Okay, so now what happens if the black takes the black bishop takes the knight, then rook takes rook check first, followed by king will have to move, and then the black white bishop at b7 will recapture the bishop at f3, right? So that is what it is. If bishop takes the bishop black bishop takes the bishop at b7 first, then again white rook takes the black rook, gives a check, king moves, and then he protects the knight. Okay, so he has got an exchange up. He is instead of a bishop, he has got a rook. So 3 versus 5, right? So whichever way black, and there is no way for black to defend in any further way. That bishop which is pinned after you move the rook to d1, uh, there is no way to protect additionally. White is having two attacks, bishop b7 as well as the rook at d1. Black has got only one support. So whichever way, you will end up losing the exchange, which means that black will have to give up his rook to survive, and in return he will only get a bishop. So 5 points versus 3 points. Okay, all right, so we will make a very quick third thing. We will just do it. We are about to close at 9:35 or so. 9:36 I will close it. Okay, this is the position, third position. Now we are going to look at it. Okay, third position here, it is black to play, and you have to make a move. Now this is a different type of thing. So yeah, what would you move? I think I'll take the chat here, chat window here. Yeah, think about it and see what you would move it here. Yeah, Ahan, I know you have to go at 10, which is okay. And see, the practice games are just practice tournament, so you can always pause it or you can exit it, and no problem. I think anyway the class we are going to complete it in 2 more minutes, 5 more minutes, and after that, yeah, it is. So Vedans, the symbol is black here, so it is black to move. Okay, so you have to think of it from the black's perspective, and what do you think are going to be making? No, Pranav, you can just type it in the sheet. It is okay. Somebody has raised a hand. I think it is who has raised the hand. Ahan has raised the hand. Okay, Ansh is saying knight takes h4. Knight takes h4. Okay, so that will be a good thing. Knight goes to e5, but knight goes to e5. Somebody is saying knight goes to e5, but knight goes to e5, then queen can simply take it, right? Okay, it will be an exchange, but it is even worse than that actually. So I will tell you what is the thing. So knight to e5, knight to h4, that will lead to some big time loss. Okay, okay, that's fine. So this Lakshmi, there is a checkmate into no Amodini, no, there is no checkmate in two moves. At least I can't see it. Black to play, there is white to play. Whichever side, there is no checkmate in two moves. Rook to d4. Rook to d4. Mm, 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 mm. what would you do? No, rook to d4, I will say this. Okay. Somebody saying queen to f6, queen c3 moves to d4. Yeah, I think, yeah, queen c3 to moves to d4 may be okay. I think that is an okay move. Okay, so I will tell you what happens. Okay, fine. I think we have got it. Some of you have got it. See what happens if knight takes h4. Okay, somebody said knight takes h4. Can you see the threat which is there? Knight goes here. This bishop. See the queen which is there on c3 is actually not having any defensive support. Okay, it is right now not attacked, but it can get attacked in a move. So if knight takes h4, this bishop will go all the way and sacrifice itself on h2. Bishop takes sorry, not h2, h7. Bishop takes h7 check, discovering an attack on the queen. Now given a check, king will have to either take the bishop or move to h8. Then white queen will take the black queen at c3. That is the threat. Okay, similarly knight goes to e5, again same threat. Bishop takes h7 check, followed by queen takes the black queen at c3. Okay, rook to d4. Rook to d4, what white will do is, again white will take the knight at g6. It is a loss, going to be a loss of pawn, not as much as losing a queen, but loss of pawn, because the queen is under threat. So if black queen takes white queen at e3, then first bishop will take the pawn at h7, give a check, and then, okay, Sai Pranav, what is the question? If knight moves, then it shall be checkmate in 2 for white. How? If knight moves, then how is the checkmate for white in 2 moves? No, I can't see it. Okay, you will have to share it with me later on. I think we are about to close the thing in another 2 minutes. So, yeah, but I hope now you got the threat. See, if the knight moves somewhere, then the bishop will go to h7 this and check thing. Yes, okay. Yes, Sai Pranav, what is it? You are raising in the hand. I don't know. Tell me what is the. So rook to d4. I'm going to send a thing maybe on the WhatsApp group. I will send it. It is how it is losing a pawn. But yeah, but at least rook d4 is much better. Queen d4 is even better, because queen is itself coming to. It is not going. There may be a better move also, but effectively you have to understand that the black queen is in danger. That is the motto of this position. Aryan is saying queen goes to f6. If queen goes to f6, yeah, queen goes to f6 is okay. It is certainly not this one. I mean, it is certainly not any blunder or something. So queen f6 looks okay to me. Yeah. All right. Queen to d4 also looks okay because it is protecting the queen. Yeah, queen to d4 looks okay. White is h5, but white is not to play. So that is the thing. So Sai Pranav, it is the black to play. Yes, you are right. If white were to play, white will want to kick away the knight and do it. Okay. So I think we have come to the end of the thing. So I'm going to now pause the recording.